We're here today at Wright Place Angus with Bill and Connie Wright. The Wrights are involved in a purebred Angus operation. They breed bulls for sale, heifers for sale, but they also are in a Holstein calf operation. And we at Burkmann are very thankful to have been able to provide them with nutrition for several years. Bill, we're here in the Holstein barn. Tell us something about this operation. What weight do they come in?
They come in weighing about 185. I get them when they're about 10 weeks old, and I'll keep them for about 10 to 12 weeks. And then they go out weighing about 400 pounds.
How do you market these animals, Bill?
Well, right now, we've done the internet sales through Bluegrass Stockyards. We've done the Superior sales. But mostly we're doing it through internet type sales.
I noticed that the calves are on a self-feeder, so they're basically being able to eat whatever they want and need. I know you've got some records on the last set of calves that went out. Tell us something about how they grew, how they converted feed to gain.
Okay, for the first 20 days they usually gain around 1 to 1.5 pounds a day. They do this on about 3 pounds of feed per pound of gain. Then we went to, by the time they get around 300 pounds, they'll be doing sometimes 3 pounds a day, but we've been very fortunate. They've done it between 3 to 4 pounds of feed per pound of gain.
And does that include the hay that they're eating also?
Yes, that includes the hay. They're free choice on the hay and free choice on the feed. Our hay consumption is usually around 1 pound of hay per day.
We've also used a limiter here with some of the purebred heifer and bull development. It's a special technology. It's not salt or fish. It's one we developed, and I know you've used it in the past. How has that worked out?
It's worked excellent. We get a good rate of gain. I mean, as long as you've got good pasture and this and that and the other, but we did very well on it. I really liked it. Our cost was very reasonable, and we eliminated hand feeding.
Thank you, Bill. We're glad to be here with you at Wright Place Angus today.
Well, thank you.
We're here today with Bruce Kincaid of 12 Oaks Farm. Bruce is a farm manager, and they have a forage-based heifer development program, and we've had the pleasure of working with them nutritionally for the past couple of years. They use a couple of products that we recommended to them, Beauregard Mineral and Matchmaker MGA Cubed. And I'd like for Bruce maybe to tell us some of the success that he's had with those products and how they've worked for him.
Well, initially we started using the Bovitec several years ago. Brought it in because we have a lot of legume base, a lot of clovers. I brought it in for the bloat problem. Saw a huge difference in that. But over the time, I've seen the extra weight gain, which in developing these heifers makes a big difference. You're getting them to a bigger size quicker, and seems to really, really help out a whole lot.
So you think that's helped your marketing in the end, as far as condition?
When you're putting on another 50, 60 pounds on these heifers, it makes a big difference.
From a marketing standpoint,
yes.
Absolutely. How about the Matchmaker Cubes? That we come in a couple of years ago and we've tried it, and we've done some with it and some without it, as far as trying to synchronize these heifers and tighten their breeding cycle up a little bit. What have you seen from that aspect?
Well, I've used it a couple of times. Of course, in a trial basis, kind of what we did here.
Right.
We used it several years ago. I did not use it this year.
Mm-hmm.
I saw probably a 3 to 4% decrease in conception rates. I think it's a big help. It helps tone up the uterus and get everything ready to go, the whole breeding tract.
Good deal. So you think it was very beneficial from your aspect, and in the future you'd probably use that again?
For the price of the product and the end result, yeah, it's well worth it.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your time and visiting with you, so thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
I'm Dr. David Williams, President and founder of Burkmann Nutrition. Burkmann Nutrition was a dream of mine in the mid-1970s when I was a faculty member at the University of Kentucky. My dream was to deliver nutrition technology to farm families in Kentucky. Burkmann is a company devoted to the animals and the people who own them and care for them. We have been focused as a company since 1979 on being the leading science-based developer of animal nutrition products for farm families. Our company is strictly focused on the animals, their nutrition, and their health. Our company does not sell tractors or refrigerators or lawnmowers or fertilizer. We are an animal company. Our nutrition platform is based upon working with farm families to assist them in maximizing the use of their homegrown feeds and forages. Since forages in our area are nutritionally unique to the region, we do not try to formulate for feedstuffs in Florida or Iowa or California. As a regional manufacturer, we are focused on the region around our manufacturing plants in Kentucky and Tennessee. I'm very thankful for the science contribution provided to our company from scientists including Dr. Gary Lane, Dr. Darrell Johnson, and our current nutrition team, including Dr. Chris Depew, Dr. Kent Thompson, Tim Shirley, Tom Hastings, and Brent Williams. We are very proud of the commitment that our company is making in having trained scientists available as a consultative resource to our customers. Our company has been richly blessed to be able to grow from a dream to our current status of 14 business locations throughout Kentucky and Tennessee, with manufacturing assets in 11 of those locations. I invite you to learn more about our company by visiting our website at www.burkmann.com. Learn more about our team, our nutritionists, and our products. And our website will clearly direct you to the Burkmann store nearest you. Thank you for your business, the confidence that you have placed as our customers over these 34 years, and we invite you to visit us at your earliest convenience at any of our Burkmann locations, and as always, we are most grateful for your business. Thank you.
I'm here with Jim Akers of Bluegrass Livestock Marketing, and we've had the privilege to work with Jim for a couple years now, kind of doing some customer support for him in the nutrition business. So basically we were just going to visit and see what your take is and how that's worked for you guys.
Well, it's been a good relationship, Mike, having the resources that you all bring to the table, and matching that up with customers that need some help has been wonderful for us.
Good deal. Now you're doing you're marketing some heifers today,
Yep.
and we've done some nutritional support for those. We've done some MGA and things like that to tighten their cycle. How's that help you from a marketing standpoint?
Well, the more consistent, whether it's feeder cattle, bred heifers, or whatever, the more consistent they are, the more consistent the data is behind them, the easier they are to market. And we've certainly accomplished that with these folks with their heifers here today.
Good deal. What about the health? I mean, we do a lot of nutrition programs based on receiving rations and things like that.
Yeah.
How does that help you guys market those cattle from a health standpoint?
Well, it's a big deal, especially as high as the cattle are today. Being able to communicate to a customer on the other end that the cattle have been on a good, sound nutrition program. They understand, we understand, nutrition's the basis for health. And if those cattle are eating well, nutritionally sound, they're going to be healthier cattle. And again, as high as they are, that's extremely important.
Absolutely. Well, we sure appreciate your help today.
You bet. Thank you.
I'm John Johns, and we're here today on Oakland Farm with John Sparks. John, thank you for having us out.
Glad to be here.
John is one of the larger backgrounders in Bourbon County. They buy calves from the stockyards at lighter weights and then grow them up to yearling weights before shipping west to feed yards. We've been able to work with you and construct some rations specifically to fit the forage quality that you've got, John.
Right.
I know you asked us to come out and take forage samples, which we did, and then build rations. We projected that those rations would give you 2.3 to 2.4 pounds of gain, but I know you weigh cattle here periodically, so tell us in your own words how they've done for you.
Sure. I guess I was a little skeptical, when we started this program as far as feeding cattle, and so I made a point to be sure to really manage record keeping with these cattle. And we weighed the cattle coming in, we weighed the cattle after boosting the cattle to try to get a sure solid weight of what those cattle had, a starting point that was not compensatory gain, that so forth. And so we weigh those cattle from the start and have weighed those cattle every 30 days, and they've consistently been, we haven't had any cattle be under 2.5, and have had plenty of cattle that have been up close to 3 pounds a day, and there have been several groups of cattle that have exceeded that. And I would say we've probably had about 600 head of cattle that we've been feeding since July, August period. And a lot of those cattle have left now, but that's kind of how the cattle have performed.
John, I know that we constructed these rations to be fed at about 1% of body weight. How have the cattle done on that?
Yeah, we have been feeding around 1% of the body weight from start to finish, and the cattle have consistently gained over 2.5 pounds, from 2.5 pounds on up, and we've had plenty of cattle that have been over 3 pounds a day. And we're just grazing those cattle, or they're on hay, depending upon pasture conditions, but the cattle have performed very well.
I know you use this as also the incoming ration for these cattle with top dressing chlorotetracycline over the top as an antibiotic at treatment level doses for a while. Is that also working well for you? And if so, why do you think it is?
Yes, it is working very well. I think one of the reasons the cattle have performed so well is there's no transition time. When they come in, they start on this feed and they'll stay on this feed all the way through. So we don't have to change to a new ration. So that's helped them with their performance. We have used the CTC or chlorotetracycline, top dressing it just in those first couple of weeks. We've been pulsing that. We'll run around 5 days and then go off of it for a couple of days and then come back again at some point and run it through them one more time. But the cattle, health-wise, have performed very well. We've treated very few cattle.
Thank you, John. We appreciate being here with you today on Oakland Farms.